Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different video. We're going to do rumoured to come to the BPL from abroad. So this is players who obviously in the papers or in the press or whatever have been rumoured to be joining Premier League teams. Obviously I'm not doing loads and loads of players. I'm going to do probably the biggest 11 that have been rumoured. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please do drop the video a like, guys. And also sub if you are new around here. I really appreciate that. So guys, we're going to jump straight into it and start with the goalkeeper. Now, the goalkeeper is a possible replacement for David De Gea, and it is Jasper Cillessen, who is the Ajax goalkeeper and recent Dutch #1. Now, he's about 26 years old. He's just had a team of the season card with Ajax. Really good goalkeeper, and probably looking at about 10 to 15 million, I think, to go to United. Obviously, depending on whether United sign De Gea will depend on whether they sign him, but it could be a really good signing for United. So jumping across to the right back position, and this one is a potential Liverpool signing, and it's the Barcelona right back Carlos Montoya, who's been back up to Dani Alves for, well, what seems like a long time. Still very young, really good player. Obviously you can see 88 pace, and as a possible replacement for Glenn Johnson, who's quite honestly been pretty terrible for Liverpool over the last few years. Probably get a few upgrades over the next few years, and looks a really good player. And then jumping across to centre back, you'll all know about this player, and it's been pretty hot in the press this week. Highest rated player on the game, Sergio Ramos, who has been linked with Manchester United as part of a potential swap move with De Gea going the other way. I think he's got 2 years left on his contract, and he's thrown a bit of a paddy over the last few weeks because he hasn't been offered a new contract. So he's a really good player. He's probably exactly what United need. He's a bit of a naughty player as well, and he'll probably organise that defence. And if United sign him, I think they'll be real title contenders next year, and he'd be a real loss to the BBVA, to be honest, but a really, really good player. So moving across to the other centre-back position, we have got a player who's been chased apparently by both Manchester United and Man City, and that is Otamendi, who is 27 years old. He's Argentinian, and he plays alongside Mascherano at centre back for Argentina. He's had a beast of a season with Valencia, rumoured to be around 20 to 25 million, so a lot of money, but he looks a really good player. I mean, his stats on the game now are mental: 95 defending and 92 physical. So if he does join United or City, he's, well, alongside Ramos, that would be a ridiculous partnership. But probably more likely to join City because of the money. So moving across to the left back position, we have got another Manchester United a player they are rumoured to be chasing. I don't know whether it's backup for Luke Shaw or what it is. I think he's probably a more experienced player than Luke Shaw. A really good left back is Coentrao, who's at Real Madrid. He's been playing second fiddle to Marcelo, who's obviously a really good left back as well. I think United have been chasing him for quite a long time, so the rumours have been, well, obviously around for a long time, but I don't know whether they will actually go ahead with it. But if they do, it's been rumoured around 10 million, which I think is quite a good buy for him. Really good left back, and obviously would provide competition for sure. So jumping into midfield, and we have got a pretty good left midfielder, Arda Turan, who also plays a bit in centre midfield. Atletico Madrid, he's been there quite a few seasons. He is a nasty player. If you've ever seen him play, he gets properly stuck in for not a very big bloke, like all the Atletico Madrid players really. He's been linked with United for quite a while, but obviously they've just signed Depay, and now he's been heavily linked with Liverpool. So I don't know whether they will actually sign him. I think Liverpool, obviously they've just signed Firmino, so whether they'll actually go ahead with him, I don't know, but it's been rumoured around 15 to 20 million. So quite a lot of money, but a really good player. Moving into centre midfield, and we have got one of the highest rated players on the game actually. It is Bastian Schweinsteiger, who, again, another Man United link. But I think this one's quite hot. I think for the money, it's 10 to 12 million, which is really cheap for him. I mean, he's had a few sort of slowish seasons. He's been injured quite a lot. I think Bayern Munich are quite keen to pass him on now. So he hasn't been offered a contract for a while. Really, really good player. And if he did sign for United, that would be a massive signing. I mean, they're looking at Ramos, Schweinsteiger, Otamendi. If they sign these players, they'd be definitely back in the title hunt. Jumping across to the other centre mid position, and we have got an ex-Manchester United player, and it's Paul Pogba. Now, I think about 20 clubs want this player, but it's who can afford him. Manchester City and Chelsea are probably favourites, only because they got the biggest wallets in the Premier League. He's been linked with PSG, but I don't think he wants to go there, even though they've offered him apparently ridiculous money. I think he'll probably end up either staying with Juventus or maybe Man City, because obviously Yaya Toure is getting a bit old now. If they sign him, it would be an absolute monster of a signing. He is a beast of a player. He's had so many Team of the Weeks and stuff this season. Absolute great player. If Man City sign him, that would be huge for them for next season. Onto the right side of midfield then, and we have got someone who's actually a striker, but apparently Chelsea want to sign this player and play him as a winger. So we have got another Team of the Season player, Antoine Griezmann, who is at Atletico Madrid. Now, he's only been at Madrid for one season. I think he scored about 22 goals. I mean, he's been France's influential player for the last sort of year, 18 months. Absolute huge player, really good player. Imagine him and Hazard on either wing. And apparently it's being lined up as a part of a swap deal with Salah going to Atletico Madrid. So I think this one may well happen, and they're looking at about 30 million. So a lot of money, but a really good player. So moving up to the striker position, and we have got a player who's been linked with the Premier League for quite a few seasons. I think he's had about 3 Team of the Seasons in a row, and he's been scoring goals for fun for quite a few seasons, and that is Jackson Martinez. He plays for Porto, he's Colombian, and he's been linked with Arsenal and also Liverpool, although Liverpool link's probably not as strong now they've signed Firmino. But yeah, he's a really good player. I mean, he's probably exactly what Arsenal need. Just in front of Sanchez, really good pace, good finishing, he is a good player. Whether he could cut it in the BPL as opposed to the Portuguese League, we shall see, but I think he may well come to the Premier League this summer. And the final striker position and the final player to this squad, who I would love if he came to the Premier League, is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who has been linked with Arsenal. I mean, I don't know how strong this one is. Obviously his wage demands would be really, really high at PSG at the moment, so I'd imagine he'd want a lot of money at Arsenal. He is aging now. I mean, he's like 34 years old nearly, so he's getting on a bit. Obviously he's won so many titles with a lot of different clubs, so if he went to Arsenal, maybe he would help him to win the title, I don't know. Really, really good player, and obviously if Arsenal signed him, that would definitely help their promotion, their chances of winning the title. And that's the squad, guys. I mean, loads of Team of the Season players in there, loads of really high rated players. Whether all of them, many of them, any of them will actually come to the BPL, I don't know. I think probably 4 or 5 realistically. I mean, I know you see a lot of rumours, but I think, yeah, 4 or 5 will maybe come to the Premier League. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do drop it a like and sub. Thanks for watching, guys.